Right, folks. Sorry for the jump scare there. We're back with post-match reaction to St Mirren to Celtic 5. Celtic basically confirm the league title and go 16 points clear. Alistair, it's been a good day. I want to ask you a question before we start. Is your mother well? How's your mother doing?
Yeah, my mother wills very well, yeah. I told her what go with a twisted the knife a little, but you can't have everything. But I suppose it just shows why we should be going for a certain moral player in the midfield, but I'll leave that open to interpretation.
I asked her, obviously to us, he obviously gave us the events at Ibrox, gave us the opportunity to go 16 points clear against St Mirren. Obviously a difficult task in it, and I think the scoreline kind of flatters Celtic. I think it turned out to be a really difficult task at times, and I had no doubts that St Mirren would have made it difficult. Team selection, Alistair, we went with them. The main was just kind of the front three of Maida, Eder and Kuhn, Hatate, Engels and McGregor, the midfield, Schlupp, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Austin Trusty, Alistair Johnson and Kasper Schmeichel. Pretty much expected. I maybe thought Jota would have started on the left-hand side, but you'd expect that. First 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I thought St Mirren probably should have been at least one up.
Yeah. Well, the difference between the day and last week, Kasper Schmeichel got his legs set, whereas the Hibs boys scored last week. Let's be completely honest.
I know. I don't think we started bad. I just don't think and all credit this to St Mirren. I don't think they gave us time to get started. And I think you need to do that against Celtic. They exploited the high line while playing it. The high line was just not working at all. They were getting in behind it every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Every 2 minutes they were getting in behind the high line. But we did score first. We kind of cut inside Nicholas Kuhn. He played it to Jeffrey Sloop, who could strike in off the post to get his first goal for the club. Obviously 1 up. Now you're thinking, right, we'll just hopefully kick on. And I know, we would have been 13 points maybe even if we'd been defeated today anyway. But you still want to go 16. You just want to rub it in that even bit further because I know
you're wanting to get up as big as possible.
It annoyed me. I'm not gonna lie, it annoyed me last week a bit when we dropped points and then they dropped points. There's an opportunity going opposite.
Well, I'm going to annoy you even more. Had we beaten Hibs, we could have won it if we won the derby, which is kind of annoying. But...
So I know. But then you're probably thinking, I just thought St Mirren probably kicking themselves that they were 1-0 down. St Mirren did equalise, Alistair. It was defensively really, really shaky. I think I can't remember.
It came down Sloop's side. Sloop jumped for it, missed it, and then it got played through and Scales took the ball out when he had no need to.
It's a free kick, wasn't it? Don't get me wrong, anything. The free kick was phenomenal. I don't think there was much they could have done about the free kick.
No, even Schmeichel's slightly out of position, but he's not getting it. So,
but I said at the time when it was given that obviously Scales come on for the injured Austin Trusty. Scales when he gave it,
it's only stitches.
The words that come out my mouth are, what the fuck are you doing that for? And people know my opinion on Liam Scales. I don't think he's good enough for Celtic. If I'm being honest with you, that might sound harsh to people, but I don't think he's good enough. And it's stuff like that. It's the rough around the edges, over aggressiveness. Yeah. When he presses somebody, he's out of position a lot of the time. And I just had that. I thought, this is going in the back of the net. Because I knew I was like this.
One as well.
I just thought it's a stupid foul to give away. We're going to get the double whammy, which we did. But then I thought St Mirren, I still thought we looked a bit rocky, and we didn't really get control of that game in the first half, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, we were murdered to be 2-1 up at half time.
Aye, I just said there, we
But we'll
aye, no, we have
only penalty at the game.
no, and then obviously I just said we went in and we got the penalty. As I said, it's such a stupid challenge. It genuinely is. I mean, I'd be screaming if a player done that, and because it's just so stupid. Maida's gone nowhere. To be honest, he's got to put the ball in the box, deal with the box. But we got the penalty. Arne Engel steps up, puts that away, as he's done this season. So getting a half 2-1, you're thinking, right, it needs to be better because we St Mirren were still a threat, and I don't think that was ever going to go away. Second half, we concede minutes after the start. Schlupp doesn't do enough to stop the cross. Johnston then clears something off basically clears it off the line. Comes back out. Hatati's just far too lazy for me to close him down. Now I get it took a while bounce, but that could have been stopped by two movements for me. Schlupp trying to stop the cross, be a bit more aggressive to stop it, or Hatati actually looking and going at where the ball's going to go and try and just close him down so he can't get a shot because he kind of just ran onto it.
I know he scored today, Sloop, and you know what I think he Sloop, Josh. But I thought it was the worst game in a Celtic shirt today because he was doing that left hand side quite a lot.
Players are
I don't know if Trusty going off was to partly blame for that because the back four seemed to lose its cohesion, and I just thought that obviously there's one part of the team you don't want to change, it's the back four, and I just felt it was him going off as a big blow because I thought Trusty had started well, and that was.
I think with Schlupp, I think you're. I don't think you can say it's his worst game because he's not had a big sample size of games, to be honest. But what I will say is, and I think he was told to do this. I think he was instructed to kind of press forward. But I think, and this is where I'll give credit to St Mirren again, is when St Mirren were doing really well to get out of a press. So every time,
Schlupp would press, go long a lot.
So whenever Schlupp would come to press whoever was on the ball for St Mirren, they'd have somebody on the side, so then he'd be done over the top. So I do think Schlupp, I don't think Schlupp struggled. I just think how St Mirren get out of press made Schlupp look a bit rusty or whatever. But I think he had a pretty decent enough game. I don't think it was bad or anything like that. I just thought that St Mirren kind of made him look kind of bad, but I don't think.
Yeah, well, especially. No, it's just all the trouble seemed to be coming down his side. That's how I mentioned it, Josh. That was all.
Then whether you're thinking, oh, here we go again. And you do get annoyed because you're like, why are we leaking all these goals all of a sudden? And we have been leaking goals a few. I don't know. I kept a clean sheet apparently in about 6 games. And I do understand 2 of them were against Bayern Munich, but that's since 2016. Even in the COVID season, we didn't go that much with a clean sheet. So you do get a bit irked. You're like, why are we conceding all these goals all of a sudden? Because you look at it, we've conceded, and this is maybe me nitpicking, right, and just being fucking annoying, right? But we have been conceding goals, but the good thing is we've been obviously scoring at the other end. We made substitutions on the 60th minute mark, around then. Much needed substitutions. Adam Ida getting off. I'm really running out of trying to defend him anymore because I just think he's making that real struggle. I don't think he was involved at all personally. To be honest, he had a few runs up the left-hand side or right-hand side, but I just...
He got way off in the build-up to the first goal, but yeah, A Celtic number 9 should be doing more.
And it just we'll obviously go into the fourth and the fifth goal later, but it just emphasises it when you've seen Maida scoring that goal, and I'm just kind of like, and I've said this again, I'll keep saying it. It just frustrates me because I go to that and I see what he can do against Aston Villa, and in games like that, and then it's just you're just looking at it and go like, right, what's going on?
He's consistent striker, they never
Uh,
had.
and see, I know we say the striker isn't the main focus of Rodgers' team, and that's true. But you still want a consistent goal scoring striker. I've got one.
Yeah, but we've been playing him for the last 2.5 years at the wing area.
But I thought obviously made the subs. Callum McGregor off. I think there was a caution, which is fair enough. I don't think we'll know in any situation we need to take risks, especially the derby on the derby horizon on the horizon. Obviously trying to get a treble. Luke McKeown come on, who I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
Jota come on. I don't think he done too much, but it was alright. I
Got
don't think.
a lot of things every time he gets the ball. You know what he's trying to do.
Yan come on. We've obviously got him in a minute. And then obviously Maida went up through the middle. I thought towards the end of the game, Hatate was getting better, if I'm being honest, but I just that's what annoyed me, because for the last half hour I thought he looked good. He was driving us forward, and I'm like, right, where was that in the first half?
That's been
And like we did have a pretty lengthy discussion off camera about it, but it's Hatate's an anomaly for me, and it's like we're talking about consistency. Obviously, we had the whole thing about Engels at the start of the season. Engels is consistently performing now. And don't get me wrong, Engels will probably go through dips. He's a young guy, right? I can understand it. But I'm looking at Hatate and going, like, you can drive forward. And he's shown really bit, like, I think it was 60 odd minutes. He really started to push forward. Good bit of skill. But then you'd have the pass that just wasn't, he would pass it as a minute play, and you're like,
he
come on.
He was underhitting a lot of passes, yeah.
And it just really frustrates me, because I just think it's epitomising Real Hatate at the moment. Sometimes he just looks brilliant. Other times he just looks like a Sunday League player at times, if I'm being honest with you.
He's got a box of celebrations. When you open them, you don't know what one you're getting.
It's like, everybody leaves the bounties, right?
Yeah.
And we're getting all the bounties, but you'll get a Galaxy, or get a Malteser one at fucking every 1 in 7. That's what I'm waiting for it.
Analogy,
To be fair, don't slander bounties. I actually don't mind them personally, but anyway.
I don't mind bounties either.
No, but we'll stick with that analogy. But I mean, the inconsistency really annoys me, because I know the phrase is Hatate on his day, but when the days are becoming so rare, they're becoming as rare as Barry Ferguson talking sense, but I mean, it's just it just frustrates me, because the third goal, he puts a good ball, and you're like, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like, and I actually shouted at telly. But I was like, there we go. And then everybody goes like, oh, Real Hatate, and you're like, but then we get that, but we get the one piece of brilliance, but we also get the fucking rough passing, and bits in the second goal and stuff. I'm not trying to, because I like Hatate, right? I really do like him. We both do, but it just really frustrates me with Hatate at the moment. And I just need a bit more. We're talking about the consistency we did. I just think Hatate needs that bit more consistent, because I just think sometimes it can weigh the midfield down.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, Watson, I wish Bernardo was fit.
Aye, and I thought you did say. I think with McCowan, and I'm going to talk about Engels in the deep puddle in a minute, but I thought we got in a good the last half hour. We were really attacking. We probably could have scored more. McCowan's hit the post. It was a good strike.
Yeah, and
They've had
I
that.
don't know how. I mean, me and you both love Maeda, but I don't know how he missed that one that went right across the byline.
And I don't know if it's just adrenaline, to be fair, because it was like a pure scramash, man.
Yeah,
The balls were getting
and
blocked.
any one of four players could have scored that.
Um,
I had a goal, McGowan had a goal.
Aye, exactly. Alice, I want to discuss Yang. I'm You know what? I'm going to say it again. Fair fucks to the guy. I mean, 2 goals and an assist. There's 2 really
Yeah,
good
a
goals.
guy that only played about 25 minutes in the 90.
Aye,
And by the way, could have got a hat trick if he just managed
looked
to
online.
look along the line. But I'll be honest with you, Josh. Please for him as I want to see consistency.
But right, I'm. This is what right. So we have criticised Yang for a long time, right? We have, you know,
I think there's a Celtic fan that hasn't.
but every other player's going to go through consistency dips, and you know, he is on a bit of consistent. I'm not going to get carried away, right? I'm not going to say he's going to be, he's going to be a main winger or whatever. But I think people need to just,
It might be
believe.
just. I mean, when did we bring him in? About 18 months ago.
No,
Oh,
Ange's first season, second, or Ange going out
I
the
don't
door.
think Ange ever worked with him.
So Ange went out the door and they came in. Brendan Rodgers his first summer.
18 months. So
Aye.
take picture the scene in the negotiations when we've been scouting them. They probably said something along this line. You'll need to be patient with him. You'll need to give him time. And that's probably, you're probably just starting out to reap the rewards.
And exactly, and it's like, I'm not saying he's going to, and I think, but I do think it's important that we have a bit of faith in him because we can't,
Player.
we wanted, and so is every young player. Like Engels is probably a confidence player, and he's doing really well at the moment. But we wanted consistency. Well, he's giving it. It's till the now, so you just need to believe in him. And I'm getting to the point now where, see, if Yang was in the starting 11, I wouldn't be going. I'd be like, right, fair enough, he's deserved it because it's not like last year where Yang was in the squad because we didn't have anybody else. He's deserved it. He's deserved to start. And by the way, he obviously scores maybe, the fifth goal, we're 4-1 up. That's a goal to win us the game. He changed the game.
Yeah.
He changed the game with the goal, and just gives you something different. By the way, that header's difficult because
even the second header, because you still need to get your timing right in the jump.
because like especially the first one as well though, because natural instincts to go across the goalkeeper and try and put it in across.
Saying that.
So you know what I mean? Fair fucks to him. Obviously with the picture, with his man of the match, looks fucking chuffed to bits. I mean, he's a young kid. He's a young guy. I think 21.
What age is he?
21.
I was going to say about 23, but
Let me see.
I don't think. I think he actually got his own channel today, which I was kind of buzzing for him.
Yang was born in 2002.
So
he
he's 2 years older than you.
Aye. So he's math, by the way. So he'll be turning 24.
Aye, but even
22 is it? 22 is it at the moment? It's 22, so he'll be turning 23 in May.
Aye,
That's young, man.
That's nothing.
I think, and I think we always talk about getting young players time, and I just don't see the difference with Yang. I just think everybody, when Yang came in, was like,
Yang could be, and I stress the word could. It could be this next season's Kun, given the chance. I
and you
don't
know
want
what?
to put that expectation on him, because I want to let him develop.
Aye, and the thing is, it might get to 24, 25, and that's when we see the best of him. That's fine. That's
Let,
fine.
let
And
acorns grow, as I say.
and that's what I'm saying. Just be patient with the guy. Because he's the and Joe. The big thing for me with Yang is, and this is why I want him to succeed so much. I've always thought there's something in there, and always. But the thing is, right? Look at Lewis Palmer, just really weird behaviour when trying to get out the door. Yang's not being like that. He's knuckled down in training, and he's reaping the rewards. So
I
what?
think
Fair fucks to him.
I think that's an Asian culture. I don't think they question what the bosses tell them. Whereas I don't know if Palmer becomes a course a guy that would be quite nippy if you you questioned him, going to his shell a bit. Anyway, whereas Palmer was too flashy, Yang always put the team first.
There's talent there with Yang, I don't deny that. Now obviously the end product can vary. You're going to get that with a 22-year-old winger.
Gonna get that with anyone.
This Nicholas Kuhn put always is his crosses always on point? No. His Dyson Maida's always on point? No. James Forrest when he was 22, 23, was his crosses always on point? No. So I just think people sometimes.
Wingers are the best to watch, but they're also the most frustrating because they take risks. They take
Aye.
players on. The more you take players on, the more likely you are to lose the ball.
And by the way, do you not think the thing I thought was good about Yang? He just gave St Mirren something else to think about.
Yeah, and I think to be honest, I don't think St Mirren marked Chang as closely, so he was able to sneak in there. And what a job he made of the two goals.
Then there was a point like him, he was the one that made the kind of scrimmage, so he kind of flicked it on his. So there was really good play there from Yang, and you know what? Obviously the league's wrapped up, so he's gonna get chances. So it'll be just interesting to see how he develops.
Yeah,
And
and to be fair, the league's going to be done in the next couple of weeks, Josh. So I would arithmetically, let's be honest, it's done. It's done now. But see when we give, if just say we do it before the split, which I think is odds on now, to be honest, and just let's be giving players chances and assessing players, right? Who can go, who can stay, etc. So I think we just need patience isn't my best virtue either. So I just want to see where we are, win the league as quick as possible, and assess the squad going forward.
definitely. I think it's also important with Yang that we don't go from one extreme to the other. I think it's important that we just
Well, please.
we can't go at say he's brilliant one game and he's going to have we could play again. He could play against Hibs in the cup, maybe come after a cameo, and maybe he's no great. But you can't just go, oh, he's shite now. You need to
Well,
give him a.
let me tell you, I'm going to maybe contradict what you just said there. Young might have been handy last week, but he never got on, so because we
Aye.
made substitutions early.
I no, but I think overall we're just going to have to just see what take it as it comes with it. I think Yang's going to have to just do that as well and just keep going because he's doing really well, to be fair to him. And, he's played really well the last 3 weeks. He's making an impact. And as I said, he's changed the game,
Yeah,
today.
really has.
So that's the main thing for me. Alistair, I'm not going to be contradictory. St Mirren should have had a penalty kick.
It should have, yeah. That's what I said earlier, Josh, about it wasn't the only penalty in the game.
On the build up to the fourth goal,
I mean, we
it's
both
a
watched the
penalty.
game, Josh. I didn't celebrate the Maida goal because I thought they're going to give a penalty.
And people might disagree with me, and don't get me wrong, we won the game and that's the main thing. But I can't sit here on this channel the day before and go to that or VR against us, and then when we get a decision in favour, just that where it's fine. VR needs to be binned in this country. It's embarrassingly bad. It's amateurish. It's so bad. It generally is. I'm not going to say too much on it, but I just think clubs are going to get, and include Celtic in this, clubs are going to get very frustrated in this. St Mirren are really annoyed with it.
Every club said a shocker this season. Every club.
Well, you've had 2 shockers this weekend. You've even had a shocker in the Rangers Motherwell game, and don't get me wrong, I was pissing myself because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's a shocking decision. So the offside for the equalising goal, obviously it's brilliant. It wasn't given, but I mean, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be realistic. Yeah, I can't sit here and batter on about how
you just see Neil McCann drawing the lines.
But I'll continue to say what I say because clubs are going to start voting, I think, now on this because people are getting sick of it. Stephen Robson,
especially when the clubs have fitting the bill for it.
Stephen Robson rightly aggrieved by that decision. Rodgers was rightly aggrieved with last week's decision. Jim Goodwin was human midweek. So you're just.
I mean,
and don't get me.
The guy that scored the day technically shouldn't have been playing because he should have been sent off.
And I would guarantee there'll be a dodgy decision in Edinburgh Derby tomorrow as well. So I'm not going to say much in VAR, but it's just it's a shambles. It's absolutely shambolic. Alistair, the last part I want to discuss is the fourth goal. As we just said there, Dyson Spider. I mean, I'm running out of words. He is
done that finish before. You remember the game Joe Hart gets sent off? He chopped inside, and I know he never put the days in the top corner, but the way he turned inside, he chopped inside and he hit it, and it ended up in the net. I noticed that the day, so happy days.
I think the thing with Maida, it's been really good is, I think he's a very quick player, but I now think his brain's starting to catch up to that speed, so he now thinks because he done something really good, and it was mentioned in commentary quite a lot after the game. He nutmegs the guy, has a wee look up and say knows where the goalkeeper is, puts it away. If that's last season, he's going to do that. He's got to rush that.
A couple of weeks ago in Munich. I've only done that in Munich instead of Bob Neuer.
And you're still going to get inconsistent decisions from Dyson Maida. But he's been absolutely phenomenal.
Of the year for me.
No, there's no doubt. If Dyson Maida, and I include Celtic players, if Dyson Maida does not get player of the year, and I'm sorry, I don't know what else the guy has to do. Alistair, who are you going for man of the match? For me, it's pretty self-explanatory.
I'm gonna shotgun go Arne Engels.
Nah, I think Yang's clear out in front, to be honest. I think for me, 2 goals and 2 assists in 20 odd minutes of play. I mean,
I liked him. The reason I would say Engels, I liked him in that role, the number 6 role. Only for certain games, right?
Aye.
But I like it.
No, but for me, it's I think it's not even a title. I think it's a debate. To be fair, I think the guys come off the bench and
Yeah.
change the game, an assist and
Oh,
2 goals.
you're the host with the most this. I like
No,
you.
you can have different. But if I was to go mines, it would be that Yang. For me was and no disputing that. But Engels, I thought was decent as well. I just said in that role, I thought it was pretty good to be fair. So I thought it was pretty decent. I asked that it would be to Hindorf. I mean,
um,
it'd be very ignorant of
how
myself
did the
to.
how did the 2024 FIFA management team and BBC Sports Sound 11 do today?
I mean, I don't think it is Barry Ferguson's fault. I just genuinely don't think it is. I think the players are just shite,
I
to
always
be
said
honest.
guys in the media don't know what they're talking about.
But I mean, the players are just shite. I mean, I don't think I don't care. I don't really care who you put in
Well,
there.
I'll be honest. If Scott Bain done that for Motherwell's first goal today, I'd be kind of, I'd be kind of surprised even if a Celtic's third choice done that. But
Um, but
again,
no,
that was
yeah,
Europe's best goalkeeper last year, apparently.
but no, that's a complete mess. I mean
It's
that it's the marriage. They had all this thing about the Rangers men and stuff, and it's
but
just
they went two games and lost 4 goals. I know they
um.
come back, but that was more or less than they Kilmarnock could be one honest opinion.
But I know, but I'm just kind of running out of words to describe them at the moment. I
Yeah,
think
they're becoming irrelevant.
um,
Certainly for this season, anyway.
this season I don't think we can maybe. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens in the summer. I think there'll be pretty big changes in the summer at Rangers, um, but no, I'm going to end it there for this video, and we'll be back. Obviously, we'll do a video during the week. We'll try and if any news comes out. But also we're back with that game build up to the game next weekend in the cup
It's a big
against
one, that
Hibs.
one. It's a big one.
But we'll speak to you later. Until then, hail hail.
Hail, hail.